Hello, my name is Denver Clark from Embodied Health, and this is Restorative Yoga. To begin, you will need 2 yoga bolsters, 4 blocks, and a yoga blanket, at least 1. We're going to start by placing our blocks toward the back of your mat, 1 taller and 1 at the medium height, and then lie your bolster across those blocks so that it slopes towards you. And then do the same thing at the front of your mat. 1 tall block, 1 medium block, close enough together that they add support for the end of your bolster. And you want the bolsters close enough so that they are as close as they can be to your sacrum at the back and your pelvis at the front. Then you can place a blanket on the bolster behind you. And you can add a blanket under your hips if you wish. Lie back over your bolster in a supported boat pose. And if you want, you can tuck the blanket just under your neck, just enough to support the curve of your cervical spine. As you settle in here to supported boat pose, let the arms fall open by your sides. Consider placing blankets under your arms for additional support, and maybe cover up with a blanket if you want. Restorative yoga is the practice of doing as little as possible. And in this way, we reset and support the nervous system. If you're distracted by your physical body, it's very difficult for your nervous system to relax. So give yourself permission at any time to adjust to your position, add or remove a prop, or come out of a pose if it doesn't feel sustainable to you. Let your shoulders melt back, relax your jaw, and allow your body to settle into stillness. As the body settles in and becomes comfortable, we can then become aware of our breath. And when we're aware of the breath, we can start to invite it to be slow and deep and fuel our bodies with prana. By settling into the body, slowing and deepening the breath, we may notice that thoughts begin to bubble up. It's not bad to have thoughts, but if you realize that your mind is wandering off, just bring your attention back gently to the rhythm of your breath. And maybe say to yourself, inhale and exhale, creating a mantra with your breath so that you can be present in the here and now. Melting into your supported boat pose. Give yourself permission to adjust the body at any time. And come back to the breath. Inhale. Exhale. So take a few more breaths here. And then, when you're ready, prepare yourself to move. And gently take one leg off the side of your bolster and roll to that side, lying on your side. You can do this whenever you're ready. Resting here for just a few moments. Getting ready to return to your bolsters, you can leave them just as they are behind you. Sitting up slowly, you may want a blanket underneath your bottom hip to add support. And so if you just have one, you can place that there now. Set your right hip up against the edge of the bolster and take the second bolster or another blanket and place it between your knees to support your hips. Turn to address the bolster behind you, and as you lie over it in your reclined twist, think of really stretching your spine long. You can take a block out from under your bolster and change the height, or leave it up on the blocks. And so we come to a reclined twist with the belly on the bolster, the knees bent to one side, and a support between the knees, a bolster or a blanket. You can bring the knees up closer to your chest or further away, whichever is more comfortable for your lower back, and turn your head to whichever side feels most comfortable for you. You can add a blanket underneath your chest if that part's uncomfortable, pushed against the bolster. Find a position that's sustainable for you for the next 3 to 5 minutes or so. Once your body settles in, relax your jaw. Let the bolster hold you up, feeling the support beneath you. Relax your shoulders as much as you can, fully supported by your props. And then let the breath be long and slow. Give yourself permission at any time to adjust your position if needed. Add or remove a prop, or come out of this pose. And if you find that you're distracted by any thoughts, bring yourself back again to the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, exhale. Take a breath and get ready again to move in a few moments. And then when you're ready, press the palms into the earth and slowly draw the body up and move the bolster from between your legs and stack it on top of the first one. So we have a nice high support for a supported child's pose. You might also consider adding a support underneath your hips so the entire space from your pelvis to the top of your torso is supported. Position your bolsters so that your back goes straight across in alignment with the earth and your hips are not up higher than your head. Here's an example of stacking the blocks and sitting on them so the whole body is supported. This is also really good for reducing pressure in the knees. Try turning your palms up toward the sky, relaxing your shoulders, allowing your bolsters to receive the weight of your body. And let yourself melt into this place. As we rest here for the next few minutes, if at any time you need to turn your head the other way or adjust your position, feel free to do that. If kneeling is not comfortable for you, you can instead lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest for a similar shape without the pressure on the knees. Adjust the body and settle into comfort. Lengthen the breath in and out through the nose. And if any thoughts come up, don't push them away. Just bring the attention innocently and compassionately back to your breath. And adjusting your props. We're going to get ready to twist on the other side. So sitting your left hip up against your bolster, Placing a bolster or a blanket between your knees, lengthen the spine and lie down over your bolster, turning your head to one side. You can again bring your knees closer to your chest if that's more comfortable for your lower back, or slide them further away. Soften the shoulders, allow the bolster to support you. Relax your jaw and settle in here. Massaging the internal organs, resetting the facets of your spine, melting in to your reclined twist. Give yourself permission to make any adjustments if you need. Check in with the body. Expand the breath. And let any thoughts flow fluidly through. If you need more support for your shoulder, you can stack a bolster in front and let the arm drape across it to support some of the weight of the shoulder. Slowly coming up onto your hands and knees, turn to face the bolster and roll your blanket up, placing it underneath your ankles. Take one bolster and lie it across your mat where your hip crease is. And then lie over that so the ankles are supported by your blanket. The bolster is just underneath your hips, and your belly can actually melt onto the earth. This is a grounded, prone back bend. Turn your head to the side or support it with your arms. Some back bends can leave us feeling vulnerable and exposed, facing up. This one is face down for grounding and stability, easing into the support of the earth. You could also add a weight, such as a sandbag, to your sacrum here. As you soften the lower back and let your heart and belly melt into the floor, check in with your body. Make any adjustments you need to. And just let the earth support you here. Take a breath, and then when you are ready, slide your hands towards your body, and we'll slowly and easefully climb out of this pose. Press the floor away. We're going to slide back on the mat and have a seat facing our bolster, stacking one bolster on top of the other, bringing our lower legs and shins up onto the bolster, and opening up your blanket to a large rectangle, about as long as your leg. I like to call this the cone of silence. So you're going to flip the blanket that's closest to you under your neck, just enough to support the cervical spine. And then you're going to flip one side up and over your eyes, and then the other. So create sort of a cone shape with your nose out. And this puts some pressure on your ears and your forehead, helps you block out any light or sound. It's a really pleasant sensory deprivation adjustment. Legs are supported. You can have your blocks under your feet so the feet aren't dangling. And the blanket is wrapped around the head and ears as you settle in here for Shavasana. Soften the lower back toward the earth. Let your breath be easy and fluid. Relax the jaw. and melt into the support of the earth beneath you. And now, preparing to move, you can begin to slowly wiggle fingers and toes, coming back into your body. Gently invite the knees into the chest. When you're ready, give your legs a little hug, maybe rocking gently from side to side. You can roll onto one side and just rest there for a few breaths. Take your time. The world will still be waiting for you when you're done, so no need to rush. Making your way up to an easy seat. We'll finish with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Using your right thumb and ring finger, inhale through both sides of the nose. And at the top of the inhale, cover the right nostril to exhale through the left side. Inhale through the left nostril. And then at the top of the inhale, close the left nostril with your ring finger to exhale through the right. At your own pace, the pattern is exhale, inhale, switch. Nadi Shodhana brings balance to the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Ida and Pingala Nadi, the feminine and masculine energies in the body, and helps re-energize and rebalance so that we can go about our day after our practice. We're going to finish this exhale on the next breath through the left nostril. We'll complete this pranayama. And you can let your hands just fall into your lap when you're ready. Returning to a nice, easy, natural breath. With gratitude and love for the time you've taken for yourself today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Denver Clark, founder of Embodied Health. With love and gratitude, namaste.